Good morning, welcome to the next podcast of Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. Back to normality this week after hopefully you've been spoilt by what you've seen from Pete Schofield's collection down there in Melbourne. Magnificent collection in his cricket room. Lovely inner sanctum there, I have to say. What with the postcards and the oyster watch and everything else he's got down there. There are two more parts to come from Pete, but this week we'll just get back to a little bit of normality and catch on what's going on in the collection. I'll probably put part 3 of Pete's on next week because hopefully we'll have a hangover next Sunday morning after Liverpool won the European Cup. So big fingers crossed. And on that note, hopefully Man City might slip up this afternoon against Aston Villa. Stevie G's Aston Villa. Liverpool beat Wolves and we win the league. But I think Man City are going to be too good for Aston Villa. But there we go. We'll only have to win 3 out of 4. So anyway, on to what's happened in the last couple of weeks. First of all, a nice postcard there of Harrow School with not the boys practicing, there's gents practicing here, so there might be old Harrovians or something like that. Lovely postcard there from about 1925, addressed to Master Haynes, Post Office Lazenby, I think it's near Grimsby. Now, a nice postcard there of the Harrow nets there. Next one that turned up was a postcard of my local club, which is Mitcham. This is about 1950 and it's a Friths card on the back there, so a relatively new one, but I'm gauging the age of it by the car which is there. So if you stand where I'm standing here, you'll have the dressing room just over my right shoulder and the pub over my left shoulder, and further over to my left shoulder will be where the Australians stayed in James Southerton's pub, the cricketers, when they came over in the late 1880s and 90s. So nice postcard there. Well, I actually went up to Mitcham and took a photograph of, or more or less in the same position. So that's it today. So you can see still got the lovely flower beds and what have you. New tree in there, but not a bad likeness there. So quite an interesting little then and after. So nice there. But the best postcard that turned up was, without any question, this lovely lithograph of Melbourne Cricket Ground, which is 1899, posted in 1899 in Nelson, and which is going to Nelson, New Zealand. And it mentions on the front there to his brother that his brother had mentioned the MCG, so he sent him a postcard of the MCG that he saw in a shop. So a lovely little story there with that. It doesn't actually say what card this is or who made it on the back, so it's lovely, really lovely postcard, and it's made it into the inner sanctum, so it's got to be pretty special to get in there. So that's another one, nice postcard. And the other thing that turned up was this lovely punch print of Don Bradman. This is a hand coloured one. I understand that generally they were black and white, and then various people hand coloured them in. So that's a very nice £5 buy in a charity shop, and thanks Phil Payne for finding that for me. That's a lovely one of Don Bradman there. Gulliver's Tour among Lilliputians it's got on the bottom there, so that's a nice print that. So that's hanging in the hall now. And then what else turned up? These turned up here, which are issued by Sidelines, which is 19th century cricket teams, about 1894ish. So there's various photographs there. That one's Lancashire there, quite small prints but quite nice cards. Set of 22, Nottingham there, so you get the general gist of what they are. So there they are there, and that's the list of cricket teams there. So quite a nice little set of 22 there that's moseyed its way over from Australia. Another thing just about Mitcham Cricket Club again, there's a chap there called Adrian Gaunt who's published one of these books here, 200 of these, a cricket tour of Australia and New Zealand by Lily White's 12. He's got hold of the Lily White diaries there and published this book, which is an extremely interesting book. maybe statistically not quite correct, but some lovely things in there. This one is number 9, I think, this one. Signed, and there we are, 200 copies, number 9 there. So quite a nice card. This actually isn't mine, but I'm going to get one of these. This is Rod Newlitz, who's come over from South Africa to pay a visit, and we actually visited James Sutherland's grave, who was buried in Mitcham. So it's quite interesting little afternoon's walk around Mitcham the other week, last Sunday. So on the Melbourne front, I thought I'd just get a couple of other postcards out that I've got of Melbourne. This one is quite a rare one, which is a wallet card, which is gives you a lovely panoramic there of Melbourne Cricket Ground. I've also got the Sydney one. This one is addressed to James Wallace in Liverpool, and I think it's 1906, so you can assume that's probably, it's either a 1903 test match on there, I imagine, on there being photographed. So it's a cracking photograph. And what I just noticed is one all the back here is just hills there for the Melbourne, behind the Melbourne Cricket Ground, which is no doubt all built over there. And also on there, what have we got there? Lawn at Flemington Park on Cup Day, which is obviously Melbourne Cup. On the back we've got Brighton Beach. It's a lovely postcard, I've got to say. And then what's this one? Cup Day again at the Melbourne Cup Day. So fantastic panoramic there of Melbourne, called a wallet card on the front there. There we are. So quite nice. 12:30 in 1906 that's posted. And another one here which is which depicts Elizabeth Street, the policeman straight in the middle there with his white helmet on. This is just after the 1903-04 tour, and it's addressed to Arthur Fielder, Kent, who went on the 1903-04 tour to Australia, and it's from his friend S.W. Goodman. So quite a nice postcard there. Obviously not the split down the middle, so he must have bought that before 1902. And the other one, the Melbourne Cricket Ground, is this one here, which is a new one. I think this is 70s, I think, this one. And quite a nice one there. I expect you saw my podcast or postcards of the Melbourne Cricket Ground that I made. That was sent over by Matthew Thompson, which I've made, which I haven't got out yet, but I'll show that on another one. So that's lovely Melbourne ground there. So that's about all I've got on the Melbourne Cricket Ground. So to say, hopefully we'll have Pete Schofield's part 3 next week, and good luck to Liverpool this afternoon. Touch wood. See you soon. Bye.